How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some super scary video clips that may just give you nightmares. But as always, before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
Quiero que hagan esto.
Diego Spickers is a popular creator who documents his supposed hauntings on TikTok. To date, the creator has garnered 54.2 million likes, with several videos reaching close to 100 million views each. In this first video, we hear a furious banging sound coming from the bathroom. With camera in hand, the TikToker goes to inspect. In this next clip, the sound of a child's laughter can be heard echoing through the house. Yet when he goes to inspect the area, there's no one there. In this last video, the TikToker hears more childish laughter. This time, it sounds as though it's coming from his daughter's bedroom. Take a look at what he manages to capture on camera.
Amy.
The ghostly child appears once more. However, as the TikToker approaches his daughter, it vanishes and his daughter seems to be in an unresponsive, trance-like state. Unfortunately, this is where the footage ends, but if you want to check out more, head over to his TikTok account for more creepy videos documenting the eerie happenings around his house. It's well worth checking out. As always, there's links in the description box down below.
Niño.
This next image was posted to Reddit by user TightBodybuilder638. The uploader claims that the photo was supposedly sent to him by their cousin, whose friend saw this mysterious figure in a Bulgarian village at around 3 AM. There's apparently a local legend linked to the figure, one of a woman with one hand who supposedly passed away 30 years prior. Eerily, the figure in the picture, according to some viewers, appears to be missing a hand. While it's hard to see at first, when the photo's lightened up, you can see it a little clearer. Bulgarian folklore is a rich tapestry woven from centuries of shared beliefs, stories, and traditions, some of which center around the supernatural and the macabre. Ghost stories in particular play a vital role in Bulgarian culture, serving to explain the unexplainable, instill moral values, and simply provide an eerie tale for dark nights. One of the most popular Bulgarian ghost stories is that of Samodiva or Wildalone. The Samodivas are bewitching woodland nymphs known for their unparalleled beauty and enchanting voices. Dressed in diaphanous white gowns and crowned with wreaths of wild flowers, they dance and sing in the moonlight. Legend has it that any man who stumbles upon them is entranced, lured into their dance until he perishes of exhaustion or madness. Despite their fearsome reputation, the Samodivas are also guardians of nature and are often invoked to keep the woodland's mystical balance. Even more chilling is the story of Karadonzul. These vampiric entities are said to be the souls of those who have died suddenly or violently, returning to terrorize the living. As per the tales, a Karadonzul can transform into a wolf or dog, and it roams the countryside at night, spreading fear and dread. To protect oneself from these spectral beasts, one must carry garlic or a cross, as these creatures despise holy symbols and certain strong scents. Recent sightings of the creepy dancing lady in nearby Serbia have also sparked widespread interest and speculation. Reports first began emerging from the historic city of Novi Sad, where locals and tourists alike reported spotting a strange woman swathed in traditional Serbian attire dancing eerily through the city streets at night.
A ubras.
Some speculate on her backstory, suggesting she might be a ghost, a time traveller, or even just a performance artist making a statement. So does this eerie image of the one-armed lady show evidence of one of the many spirits thought to haunt this part of the world? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Sleepwalking, also known as somnambulism, is a behaviour disorder that originates during deep sleep and results in walking or performing other complex behaviours while asleep. Because a sleepwalker typically remains in a deep state throughout the episode, they may be difficult to awaken and will probably not remember the incident. In this next clip, uploaded to TikTok by Alexander the Titan, we see a sleepwalker in action. It's a little after 3 in the morning. He soon begins to talk inaudibly before fiddling with the blinds. He then heads outside where something eerie happens. Strangely, the man notes that he didn't go to bed in the sweater that we see him dressed in throughout the video. While the sight of the sleepwalking man is rather eerie, it seems that this video might also have a paranormal twist. In fact, in the description, the man mentions that he moved out of his last apartment because he thought it was haunted. If you watch closely, at about the 15-second mark in the video, what appears to be an empty water bottle can be seen moving, seemingly all by itself. At the same time, a mysterious light ascends into the sky and the decoration on the wall by the door begins to swing back and forth. Could it be that this possible paranormal behaviour is somehow linked to the man's sleepwalking habits? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, if you're a sleepwalker yourself, let me know if you've done anything creepy while asleep. In February 2020, Redditor Revered Transcendence and his wife attended a ghost tour in Williamsburg, Virginia. While reviewing the photos afterwards, the poster found an anomaly in one of the images that wasn't easily explained. He believes the mysterious figure might be a paranormal entity for several reasons. Firstly, no one could have been in front of him when the photo was taken, as all tour participants were behind a rope barrier. Secondly, he believes the anomaly couldn't be a shadow, as none were apparent in any other photos taken at the time, and no one was standing behind the narrator with a light that could have projected one. The poster also assures that the photo hasn't been doctored for attention or likes, and that he's now sharing the image on Reddit to get others' thoughts and feedback. Gazing at the figure itself, it looks dark and shadowy and appears to be missing its head. Williamsburg, Virginia, with its rich history dating back to colonial times, is known for its numerous ghost stories and is a popular destination for ghost tours. One of the most well-known ghost stories from Williamsburg is that of the lady in white at the Peyton Randolph house. The ghost is believed to be that of Anne Randolph, who fell from the balcony of the house in the 18th century. Visitors to the house have reported seeing a figure in white on the balcony or hearing the sound of a woman crying. Another ghost tale involves the public jail, one of the oldest prisons in America. It's said to be haunted by the spirits of prisoners who were held and often executed there. Reports include hearing the clanging of chains, seeing shadowy figures, and feeling a cold presence. The old Bruton Parish Church, established in 1674, is also said to be haunted. Parishioners and visitors have reported seeing ghostly members of the congregation attending services or walking through the graveyard at night. One ghost reportedly seen frequently is that of a former rector of the church, the Reverend Roland Jones. The College of William and Mary, the second oldest institution of higher learning in the United States, also has its share of ghostly tales. One of the most famous is the story of the phantom dog that roams the campus. The dog, believed to be the spirit of a pet buried nearby, is said to guide lost students back to their dormitories. While it's unclear exactly where in Williamsburg these creepy photos were captured, it seems that they might serve to add to the city's reputation of one of the most haunted in Virginia. Takuchi Camera is a self-described psychic YouTuber who visits many creepy locations. In this video, he checks out an old abandoned village somewhere in Japan.
そんなことで廃村になるのかなって。何？あ、トタンか。トタン踏んだ。
With only his camera's light to guide him, he makes his way through the buildings.
すいません。
As he does so, he attempts to piece together the eerie history of the place and perhaps learn the reason as to why this village is now empty. As he wanders around, each building he enters has trash and debris all over the floor, indicating that it's likely been some time since anyone actually lived here.
あれ?
The YouTuber eventually decides to set up camp. However, he soon leaves the tent when something gets his attention. He films the area outside, but seems unable to catch anything on camera.
ちょっと待って。来てる。いや、来てる。絶対来てる。
Things soon change when he decides to set up a thermal imaging camera just outside of one of the buildings. Take a look at what he's captured.
ほら。なんか来てる。ちょっと待って。なんかおる。
A figure up ahead in the darkness appears to stand up.
ほら、なんかおる。マジ。ほら、マジ。なんかおるって。
It turns and begins to slowly make its way closer before suddenly running towards the camera. The YouTuber wastes no time in hightailing it out of the area, running off down a dark pathway. The footage then cuts out soon afterwards. So what was the thermal camera able to detect in the abandoned village? Perhaps it was a squatter, one who didn't like their territory invaded by the curious YouTuber. Or did the image show the presence of something a little more mysterious? This YouTuber certainly seems to think so.
来た。ちょっと待って。
This next photo, seen here posted to Reddit by user Murphy Brock's, been floating around the internet for quite some time now. Captured in Tantalon Castle in East Lothian, Scotland, the photograph reportedly shows a figure in 16th or 17th century attire, donned in what appears to be a ruff as it looks down from a decaying window of the castle. Established in the 14th century and situated on an isolated headland close to North Berwick, the Tantalon Castle endured significant damage during an assault by Oliver Cromwell's forces in 1651. The ghostly figure's stern gaze seems to peer down towards the photographer below. Yet the height at which the eerie figure is standing only becomes apparent when you see the full image. If you look closely, the figure doesn't seem to have a body. What makes it even creepier is that the original photographer, Christopher Aitchison, reported to the media that he was not aware of anyone or anything being present in his picture. Tantalon Castle, with its rich history dating back to the 14th century, is associated with a number of ghost stories. These include sightings of apparitions of soldiers from Oliver Cromwell's army. Visitors have also reported hearing unexplained sounds, such as the clashing of swords, screams and cries echoing through the ruin, especially during the late evening and at night time. Given its long history and the many battles it's witnessed, it's perhaps not surprising that the Tantalon Castle is considered one of the most haunted locations in Scotland. This photo is particularly notable as there were no mannequins or costumed guides at the Tantalon Castle at the time it was taken. Furthermore, multiple photographic experts, including some from the Photographic Unit of Police Scotland, have confirmed that the photo doesn't appear to have been tampered with. So, we'll throw this one over to you, the viewer, for final judgment. Does it really show a ghost, or is there another way to explain this mysterious figure? Let us know down below. Before we take a look at an eerie encounter that's taken place in the Philippines, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our creepy and mysterious videos. This next video on our list was uploaded to the YouTube channel Ghost23. In it, we see an explorer as he's about to begin a trek deep into the Filipino wilderness. He makes his way past waterfalls and dense forests, supposedly in search of the mysterious Encanto, a supernatural being prevalent in Filipino folklore. These mythical creatures are often portrayed as ethereal beings noted for their enchanting beauty and mesmerizing allure, bearing resemblances to humans but exuding an otherworldly charm that sets them apart. They're believed to inhabit natural elements such as large trees, bodies of water, mountains, and the air, living in a parallel realm that coexists with the human world. Encantos are renowned for their ability to bestow gifts, blessings, and good fortune upon humans who show them respect or do them favors. However, they can also bring about misfortune and illness if disrespected or offended. These stories and beliefs about Encantos are deeply woven into the cultural fabric of the Philippines, often serving as cautionary tales to respect nature and the unseen. The explorer's trek eventually leads him to what appears to be a narrow, rocky passage that contains a rushing stream. He cautiously makes his way through, moving towards the light on the other side. Suddenly, he turns his camera and spots something rather unnerving.
Wow, sino ka po?
The mysterious figure stares towards the explorer and seems to usher him closer by waving its hand before disappearing into the dense thicket.
Sino ka?
The man heads over and takes a look around, but there doesn't seem to be anything there.
Sino ba kayo? Hello?
Seemingly spooked by the encounter, the man begins to trek back the way he came.
Sige. Tayo dito.
However, when he reaches a lower clearing, he turns to take another look at the waterfall above.
Yun mga kabisli mo, yun o.
And there, standing above the rushing water, is the mysterious figure once again.
Allahu Akbar. Pero... Woo!
So could this figure be the legendary Filipino spirit known as Encanto? Let me know your take on this peculiar incident in the comments down below.
Pero... Wala na. Eh!
Now, if you love mysterious videos, then check out the rest of our catalogue. There's an episode right there. Otherwise, there's a massive paranormal playlist there you can binge on. Now, if you love what we do here at Slapped Ham, then consider supporting us through a YouTube membership. There's a little join button there that lists all the perks of our channel. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.